2015 marks the 11th consecutive year that Cal Portland will receive the EPA Energy Star Partner of the Year Award for sustained excellence. Cal Portland is a proud corporate partner of Cal Poly Athletics.
Hi, I'm Laura. Ask me about my Honda. When you buy a car on your own, it's kind of an adult achievement.
Get Laura's story and an epic deal on the new Civic at your Central Coast Honda dealer's Facebook page.
Across the Central Coast, the people of Dignity Health share a belief. From Marion Regional Medical Center to French Hospital Medical Center and Arroyo Grande Community Hospital. We believe medicine can cure, but human kindness heals. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
CSUN Sports Therapy provided a lot of flexibility in my rehabilitation process. All of them have been very professional, push you when you need to be pushed, and pull you back when you're overdoing it. I've always been able to return back to a normal lifestyle. If you have to go through physical therapy, CSUN Sports Therapy is where you want to go.
Cal Poly came out early. They made a bunch of shots early. CSUN looked disinterested, to be perfectly honest with you, and Cal Poly raced out to a 22-point lead at halftime. Same thing at the beginning of the second half. Then CSUN pressed a little bit, and they woke up and made a little bit of a game of it, but Cal Poly had such a big lead, it was too much to overcome. So I really think the first 5 minutes of this game is going to be very interesting, because I expect CSUN to come out with a lot more energy and enthusiasm. I wouldn't be surprised to see them press right out of the gate. I would if I were them.
And the Matadors in the midst of a 3-game losing streak, and during that 3-game losing streak, they've been giving up close to 90 points per game. So we'll see if the Mustangs, who scored 85 last time out against the Matadors 15 days ago, can stay successful on the offensive side of things. The Mustangs have won 3 of their last 4. They're now 10-18 on the year, 5-9 all alone in 7th place in the Big West Conference. Meanwhile, Cal State Northridge at 11-16 on the season, 7-7 in the Big West Conference. Let's get you tonight's starting lineups presented by Digital West, and we'll start with the visitors from the Valley, the Matadors of Cal State Northridge. Kendall Smith, the 4th-year junior, gets the start at the 1-guard position for Reggie Theus in his 4th season at CSUN. Darren Johnson, the former Washington Husky, gets the start, another 4th-year junior, 6'5", 190 from Sacramento, California. Aaron Parks, the lone senior that sees significant playing time for the Matadors, 6'3", 210 from Baltimore, Maryland, gets another start for Cal State Northridge. Mamadou Kaba Kamara, how about another 7-footer in the Big West by the name of Mamadou?
There you go.
True freshman, 7 feet, 275 pounds, gets the start at the center position, and rounding out the starting 5 for Cal State Northridge, Tavrion Dawson, the excellent junior. He's had a breakout year, averaging over 15 points per game in conference play. 6'8", 200 pounds from Long Beach. Cal Poly coached by the winningest coach in program history, Joe Calero, in his 8th season, 110 wins, picked up 110 on Saturday at Riverside. The Mustangs, again, will go with the starting 5 of Ridge Shipley, Donovan Fields, Victor Joseph, Luke Meikle, the transfer from Gonzaga, and the 6'10" redshirt freshman Hank Hollingsworth. How about Victor Joseph, reigning Coca-Cola Student Athlete of the Week? 6 3-pointers, a single season high for the Mustangs here in the 2016-2017 year, and a career high 26 for Joseph on Saturday.
He's been playing great for the last couple months. He's such a fun player to watch, so we'll see what happens tonight.
Kaba, Kamara, and Hollingsworth to tap it up at center court, and the opening tap won by the Matadors. Northridge in their red and black road uniforms. Johnson, the former Washington Husky, from the right elbow, opens up the scoring and splashes in the jumper. Darren Johnson sat out last year after transferring from Washington. Played 2 years under Lorenzo Romar up in Seattle, averaging close to 15 points per game this season. Under 15 to shoot for the Cal Poly Mustangs, back in the home white uniforms. Victor Joseph in the corner. He'll rise from 3 and he'll knock it down. So Vic stays hot out of the gate. He had 6 triples in the overtime victory at UC Riverside on Saturday. And the Mustangs, 50 seconds in, have a 3-2 lead.
And that's just going to make it a little easier for him to get to the basket.
Darren Johnson at the top of the key, over to Tavrion Dawson, the junior. Dribble handoff to Kendall Smith, the former UNLV running Rebel. Smith along the end line, floats it up and floats it in. Smith, CSUN's leading scorer, entering tonight's contest at 16.2 points per game. Preseason first team all Big West selection, and will likely be there when it's all said and done. Nice pass from Joseph in for Meikle. Meikle draws the double team. Bounce pass out to Fields. Fields back inside. Meikle strong with the right hand, a little too strong though. Out of bounds, last touched by the Mustangs as Meikle tried to recover but was unable to, and Northridge gets it back.
Yeah, I think he was a little concerned with Kaba Kamara, their 7-footer, was standing there at the rim waiting for him, and I think that caused Luke to miss that.
And Kaba Kamara won't play a whole lot. About 10 minutes or so, if that. Smith pulls up for 2, misses it off the side of the iron, and Fields, the 5'10 sophomore, grabs the rebound for the Mustangs. Fields dribbles into the front court and out of the baseline. Swings it over to Meikle on the left wing. Mustangs work it around the arc with under 20 seconds on the timer. Hollingsworth comes out to set the screen for Joseph. Joseph swings over to Meikle. Now into the hands of Donovan Fields, 10 to shoot. Fields up top. Shipley, he'll try a left wing 3. Miss it off the back of the iron. Long rebound out to Victor Joseph, and the Mustangs can reset their offense if they'd like. Shipley dribbling on the end line. Now dribbles back out to the wing. 20 to shoot. Luke Meikle has it. Bounce pass to Donovan Fields. Fields drew a bump from Dawson, no whistle. Back to Meikle in the corner, under 15 to shoot. Meikle drives inside, shot fake from inside the free throw line, nearly threw it away. Shipley grabs the loose ball, dribbling along the end line. 5 seconds on the timer for the Mustangs. Shipley, step back three, is an air ball right into the hands of Kendall Smith.
You know, a couple times during that sequence, Cal Poly missed Hank Hollingsworth under the basket.
Smith pulls up for three. You can't leave him open.
No. Now let's see. Hank Hollingsworth was open twice on that last possession, and Cal Poly failed to get him the ball. Let's see if they can get him inside this time.
7-3 CSUN. Smith has 5 of the 7. Shipley drives along the end line. Missed the shot underneath. He opens up 0 of 3. Rebound to Cal State Northridge. Darren Johnson in for Parks. He's a good mid-range shooter, and he knocks it down from inside the free throw line. Joe Calero not too happy about the way his team has began this one. He calls timeout with 16:58 left to play in the opening half. The Matadors red hot from the field here at the outset, a 9-3 lead over the Mustangs.
Well, and I was just saying in the pregame, they look much more engaged at the beginning of this game. I'm sure the coaching staff, Reggie Theus and his coaches, kind of showed them the tape of this last game against Cal Poly and said, look, you guys got to come. The game starts at 7, so let's not start playing at 7:45. We got to start playing at the tip, and they're playing much more energetically here tonight, and they're getting good shots, and they've made them so far.
Well, the problem for this Northridge team all season long hasn't been the offense. This is a team very capable of putting up a lot of points in a hurry, but it's been on the defensive side. 83 points allowed on Saturday in the loss to UC Irvine, 96 a week ago in a loss at UC Davis, and of course the Mustangs could have put up more, but put up 85 against them in a blowout win at Cal State Northridge 15 days ago.
Yep. Dare I say Matador defense?
Matador defense. You got to love that one. Out of the Joe Calero timeout, Donovan Fields high steps into the front court. Meikle from just inside the arc knocks down the jumper from the left elbow, and the Mustangs are within 4. 9-5 CSUN.
He caught the ball and just turned around. Nobody was guarding him. He said, all right, I'll shoot it.
Smith swings over to Dawson. Dawson barrels his way inside, goes up with the offhand, and banks it in.
Yeah, Cal Poly's going to have to provide a little more resistance here on defense. CSUN's getting easy shots.
Dawson the lefty, but went to the right hand there to lay it up and in. And on the other end, a whistle and a foul. That one against the 7-footer Mamadou Kaba Kamara. Donovan Fields draws the foul, first foul of tonight's contest. The Mustangs have a fresh 30-second shot clock, 11-5. The Matadors lead the Mustangs. Cal Poly looking for their second win in conference play here at home. Meikle in the corner had a good look at a three, but missed it. Rebound to Aaron Parks. Kendall Smith into the front court. Swings to the top of the key. Dawson rises from three. Missed it off the side of the iron. Offensive rebound, Parks. Parks keeps his dribble alive, picks it up on the right elbow, swings back out to Smith, who will reset the offense. Next whistle will take our first timeout of the night. Smith drives inside, kicks to the corner, wide open for three. Johnson's got it.
CSUN is spreading the floor really well here, getting into the middle and causing Cal Poly's defense to collapse. They're getting wide open shots.
An early 9-point lead for CSUN here on the road. Eerily the complete opposite of what happened in the first meeting between these two teams as Joseph drives inside, wave it off. Offensive foul. Tavrion Dawson set his feet in time just in front of the restricted area to draw the charge. And the Matadors will have the basketball when we return. A great start for the road team in this one. 14-5 CSUN leads Cal Poly. This is Mustangs basketball from Learfield.
It's not the game of golf that makes us special. It's the grand experience we give you. Cypress Ridge. Don't just play the game, experience it.
14-5, Cal State Northridge leads Cal Poly. 15-19 left to play in the opening half. And, well, partner, 6 of 8 for the Matadors to open things up from the floor. 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. Meanwhile, the Mustangs just 2 of 7 here at the outset. Therefore, the 9-point lead for the visitors.
Right, and Northridge also has a 5-2 rebounding edge. So right now out of the gate, as I expected, Northridge has come out with a lot more energy, and they've really taken it to Cal Poly right now.
2 fifth-year seniors have checked in for Joe Calero. Kyle Toth and Zach Gordon. CSUN basketball out of the timeout. Quick jumper from the left elbow out of the hands of Kendall Smith is a little bit short. Rebound cleared by the Mustangs. 15 minutes left to play in the opening half. Kyle Toth, who hit 4 threes, had 12 points in the OT win at Riverside on Saturday. Gives over to Fields. Fields in for Zach Gordon, and the 5th-year senior scores off the glass.
Little pick and roll, easiest play in basketball.
And Gordon gave the Mustangs some very valuable minutes in the Inland Empire on Saturday in the overtime victory. Dylan Johns, the former Texas A&M Aggie, has just checked in for Reggie Theus, and well, Kendall Smith was looking for him underneath, couldn't get it. Turnover, the first of the night for the Matadors, and the Mustangs get it back, trailing by 7.
Yeah, that was good defense by Zach Gordon there, causing that turnover.
Gordon's got it up top. A dribble handoff to Donovan Fields on the right wing. Now over to Shipley. Shipley 0 of 2 from beyond the arc early on. Tried to swing out over to Fields. Loose ball into the hands of Fields from the baseline. Missed the 2. Rebound, Darren Johnson. Six minutes in, the Matadors have a 14-7 lead here on the road. Kendall Smith on his way inside, bumped by Kyle Toth, the former Army Black Knight. Trevor John, the walk-on sophomore, and Josh Mishler, who hasn't played in a couple weeks, checking in for Joe Calero. The Mustangs need answers, and they need them in a hurry. Can't let CSUN build up a big lead with the type of offensive attack they have. Smith nearly threw it away again.
Boy, he threw that right to
Wound
Trevor.
up in the hands of Johnson, back to Smith, and he buries the 3.
Boy, that was a bad sequence. He threw the ball right to Trevor John, but Trevor didn't see the ball in time, or he would have had an easy steal.
17-7, the Matadors with their largest lead of the opening half. Fields driving along the baseline, fancy up and under move.
Wow.
He gets it to go.
You know, we've been doing these games all year long, and every time he and Victor Joseph get to the basket, I just shake my head. They're incredible.
Johns inside, kicks to the corner. Johnson for 3, missed that one off the back of the iron, and Donovan Fields grabs his second rebound of the night. The Mustangs are playing without sophomore Cubanizio, who injured his ankle on Saturday at UC Riverside. He will not play in either of the home games this week to close out the regular season. John misses the mid-range jumper, but gets his own rebound. Fresh shot clock for the Mustangs. Kyle Toth controls up top. Now to Josh Mishler, the junior college transfer from Saddleback. Toth takes the 3 from the wing, and he knocks it down.
Well, I mean, if you're CSUN, you can't leave him. Kyle Toth is not going to beat you off the dribble and probably hurt you too often, but you can't give him any space.
17-12, the deficit is 5. Dawson spin move all the way to the rack, missed it. Zach Gordon, the 5th-year senior from Linwood, Washington, with his first rebound of the night. Fields into the front court, bounce pass to the corner. Toth right back to Fields. Fields works his way inside, swings to John. Mishler passed on an open 3. Now Kyle Toth on the left wing, draws a bump. Michael Warren, the junior from Washington, D.C., who just checked in for Reggie Theus, commits the reach-in foul.
And that was a nice play by Toth because he just knocked down a 3. Warren came in there and got up on him tight, and Toth just created the foul there. Smart play by the 5th-year senior. 17-12,
CSUN with a 5-point advantage here on the road, approaching 12 minutes left to play in the opening half. Donovan Fields has it on the right wing, one-on-one with Darren Johnson. Gordon comes out to set the screen for him. Gordon right back to Fields, drives inside, missed the right-hand layup. A rare miss from Donovan Fields right around the rim.
Rare miss. Even though he was going over a 6'8" guy, it was still a rare miss.
Next whistle will take immediate timeout. John's not a threat from the perimeter. Controls up top. Gives over to Kendall Smith on the left wing. Now Darren Johnson, the 4th-year junior from Sacramento. 10 to shoot. He terminates his dribble. Gives it to Dawson. Dawson settles for the mid-range 2 and splashes it home. And Tavrion Dawson, the lefty's got a good-looking shot.
It's a little unorthodox, but he's got a nice high arch.
20 to shoot for the Mustangs, who have Fields, John, Toth, Mishler, and Gordon on the floor at the moment. Fields draws the double team on the wing, gives to Mishler up top. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Cal Poly. Kyle Toth back to Mishler. Mishler driving baseline, draws a bump, no whistle, 5 to shoot. Bounce pass out to Fields. Fields over to John. John for 3, misses it short. Offensive rebound. Kyle Toth, and the Mustangs can reset.
Yeah, Cal Poly this last couple possessions a little bit hesitant. They've passed up some wide open shots.
Fields on the left wing, dribbling through traffic, slips and falls. Bounce pass out to Mishler. No look pass to John in the corner. John, a shot fake from 3. Mustangs working around the arc. Toth, another 3 from the wing, and he knocks it down again.
Now that was a beautiful pass by Josh Mishler there. He looked him off, whipped the pass around to the wing, and Kyle Toth was wide open.
2 triples here in the opening half for Kyle Toth, the 5th-year senior.
And Cal Poly's weathered the storm here. It's a 4-point game.
Dawson on the right elbow, hands to Smith. Smith back to Dawson, in the corner for 3, missed it way short. Toth controls the rebound for the Mustangs. And Northridge moments ago had a 10-point advantage. That lead down to 4. The Mustangs can trim it to a 1-possession game with a bucket here. Mishler, a shot fake from 3, readjusts, takes the 2, rimmed out, another offensive rebound. This time Gordon to a cutting Mishler, up and under with the left hand. He missed it, but he was fouled. And will shoot 2 free throws when we return. Exactly 10 minutes left to play before halftime. 19-15, CSUN leads Cal Poly. You're listening to Mustangs basketball from Learfield.
2015 marks the 11th consecutive year that Cal Portland will receive the EPA Energy Star Partner of the Year Award for sustained excellence. Cal Portland is a proud corporate partner of Cal Poly Athletics.
(1915) Cal State Northridge with a 4-point lead over Cal Poly. 10 minutes left to play in the opening half, and a pair of free throws for the junior Josh Mishler out of the timeout. Chris Sylvester and the former Mustang shooting guard Alex Lambertson here with you. And well, the big news around campus this week, not only the fact that the Mustangs have won 3 of their last 4 and an opportunity to add on to that total with a couple of home games before the conference tournament next Thursday, but how about former Mustang guard David Nwaba becoming the first ever Cal Poly Mustang since the Mustangs made the transition to Division I 23 years ago to throw on an NBA jersey, signed a 10-day contract with the Los Angeles Lakers, and saw a few minutes the other night against the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, I watched that game, and you know, he didn't get into the game till fourth quarter, and it was tied 82-all when he got in the game. He played 5 minutes and looked okay in there. I mean, it's awesome to see a former Cal Poly player in the NBA.
Mishler missed the first of 2 at the line, drains the second one, and the Mustangs are within 3. Under 10 minutes left to play in the opening half. Yeah, Dave was at the Mustangs Thursday night win at Long Beach State last week. Pretty disappointed we didn't get a one-on-one with him, not knowing that the Lakers were going to give him a 10-day contract. Reggie Theus Jr. into the game, tries to lob it up over Hollingsworth, but Hollingsworth comes away with the swat. And the Mustangs pick up the loose ball, a chance to tie it with a 3. Hank Hollingsworth, who started, returns replacing Zach Gordon. Boy, Hank has given Cal Poly lots of valuable minutes over the last couple weeks. Under 10 to shoot. Ridge Shipley on the right wing. Swings to Mishler at the top of the key. To the corner, Toth. 3 on the shot clock. Toth, the jumper. Missed it short. Hollingsworth taps back out the rebound.
Wow, great
and into
play.
the hands of Joseph.
Great play by Hank. He had no chance to get that rebound. He tapped it out to the top of the key.
19-16 CSUN. Shipley picks up his dribble on the wing. Gives to Mishler in the corner. And a whistle.
Step on the line, maybe?
Against the Mustangs. Couldn't see. Luke Meikle, who just checked in, was blocking our vantage point, but nonetheless, A turnover against Cal Poly.
Yeah, must have stepped on the line. Josh Mitchell's giving Cal Poly a couple of nice minutes here.
Michael Warren has it on the right wing. Warren, the junior from D.C. Bounce pass inside. Reggie Theus Jr., head coach Reggie Theus' son, if you didn't know, tries to test Hollingsworth again, and once again Hollingsworth with the swat.
0 for 2.
Try again. Meikle from the baseline knocks down the jumper.
Boy, you know, Luke has really started to play well. I know he had those hip injury there a couple weeks ago, but he looks a lot better the last couple. He looks more comfortable.
Got the cortisone shot, sat out the Hawaii road game, and he looks rejuvenated for sure.
And he is such a good shooter. It's nice to see him knock down some shots because he's really struggled most of the year.
Darren Johnson on the right wing, dribbling inside, whistle, and a foul against the Mustangs with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Ridge Shipley whistled for his first personal. Jerron Wilbut and Kendall Smith check in for CSUN, replacing Darren Johnson and Reggie Theus Jr.
I think his dad's saying, look, the guy's 6'10". He's just blocked 2 shots in a row. Maybe try something else.
Theus Jr. started his career at South Carolina as on the inbound. Aaron Parks aggressively takes it to the cup and lays it in.
Yeah, Hollingsworth was about a half second later. He would have gotten that one too.
21-18, CSUN with a 3-point lead. Next whistle will take a timeout. Ridge Shipley in the corner, under 15 to shoot. Shipley bounce pass in for Hollingsworth. Would have went up for the two-hand jam uncontested, but couldn't corral it. Aaron Parks picks up the loose ball. Smith, shot fake from 3, drives inside, gives back to Kaba Kamara, and Kaba Kamara loses it, then commits his second foul, and the Mustangs will have it with a fresh 30-second shot clock when we return. 7:35 left to play in the opening half. CSUN 21, Cal Poly 18. You're listening to Mustangs.
San Luis Sports Therapy provided a lot of flexibility in my rehabilitation process. All of them have been very professional, push you when you need to be pushed, and pull you back when you're overdoing it. I've always been able to return back to a normal lifestyle. If you have to go through physical therapy, San Luis Sports Therapy is where you want to go.
Seven minutes, 35 seconds left to play in the opening half from inside the Mott Athletic Center. Can you believe it's already March, and can you believe this is the final week of the regular season?
No, I can't. It's unbelievable. Weren't we just up in Washington? I mean, that was December, but it seems like it was about 3 weeks ago.
Over 2 months ago.
Unbelievable. Yeah, this year has just flown by, and it is hard to believe that conference tournament's a week from tonight.
And you'll be with me down in Anaheim.
I will.
That'll be a lot of fun.
That will be.
21-18 Northridge with a 3-point advantage over the Mustangs. Cal Poly basketball out of the timeout. Kaba Kamara was whistled for his second personal before the under-8 media stoppage. 4 team fouls against CSUN, 3 against the Mustangs here in the opening half. 10 to shoot. Joseph baking his way inside. And a 3-second violation whistled against Hollingsworth, who got a little too comfortable in the key that time.
Well, I think he thought that Vic was going to shoot the ball, and he was going in for the rebound, and Vic kept his dribble alive. So not really Hank's fault, but just kind of got stuck in there.
Mustangs 7 of 18 from the field. Northridge 9 of 17, 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. Parks penetrates inside, kicks out to Wilbut. Wilbut pulls up from the free throw line and knocks down the 2.
Over Hollingsworth's hand. You know, Hank Hollingsworth is playing nice in here. He's contesting lots of shots. That was just a nice shot by
23-18, CSUN on top. Fields driving baseline, kicks it out. Shipley for 3. Yes.
You know, Chris, I can't believe it. I thought Donovan Fields had a layup there, but he traded a 2 for a 3 and got it out to Shipley, who knocked down the 3.
Shipley now 1 for 3 from beyond the arc tonight. Dawson just inside the arc, missed the jumper from the right elbow. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by Tavrion Dawson, and a whistle against the Mustangs as Dawson picked up the loose ball. Hollingsworth.
Well, there are about 4 guys on the floor there. Actually, that was a good foul because CSUN was going to get a dunk.
So the Matadors with 6:29 left to play in the opening half will trigger in from the baseline. Smith triggers in to Michael Warren up top. Back to Smith on the wing for a cutting Wilbut, who fades away. Athletic shot.
Boy.
As he falls to the floor. He knocks down his second 2-pointer.
Yeah, 2 in a row. Two tough shots in a row.
Michael Warren, 6'5", 180 from DC. Averages just over 7 points per game off the bench for Reggie Theus. 15 to shoot. Luke Meikle has it up top. Swings over to Victor Joseph. Vic's been relatively quiet here in the opening 14 minutes. Just 3 points, the opening 3 points for the Mustangs tonight. Shipley finds his way to the cup. Left-hand layup is good.
Wow. He's been really, really good at that the last month and a half.
Shipley's got 5 points here in the opening half. The Mustangs trail by 2, 25-23, 5:40 left to play before the intermission. Aaron Parks on the left elbow, fades away, missed the jumper, rebound Luke Meikle. The Mustangs can tie with the 2, take the lead with a 3. Fields on the wing to Meikle. Meikle right back to Fields, back to Meikle in the corner. Cal Poly works the basketball around the arc. Joseph, strong drive to the bucket, and is fouled on the way up.
Yeah, you know, he's so tough going to the basket, and Donovan Fields too, because when he jumps, it's almost impossible to try and stand in front of him and take a charge because he's got such great body control, and he'll just wiggle out of there and create the charges, which is exactly what he did on that play.
Victor Joseph, the Mustangs' leading scorer entering tonight's ball game, 12.4 points per game, was inserted into the starting lineup back on the 14th of January. Started now the last 13 games for the Mustangs. 81% foul shooter, knocks down the first of 2 at the line. Get this, since being inserted into the starting lineup, 16.1 points per game for Victor Joseph.
Yeah, and he was playing well coming off the bench. I think Cal Poly has really taken off the last couple of weeks because the coaching staff is starting both Donovan Fields and Victor Joseph and Rich Shipley. And when all 3 of those guys have been in there, Cal Poly's at their best offensively.
Joseph off on the second free throw. Zach Gordon, the 5th-year senior, re-enters, replacing the redshirt freshman Hank Hollingsworth. 25-24, CSUN by a point. 5 minutes left to play in the opening half. Johnson shot fake from the top of the key, drives to the bucket, and is fouled on the floor by Luke Meikle. Threw up a shot with his right hand, but the foul occurred before the shot attempt. 5th against the Mustangs here in the opening half. Victor Joseph heads to the bench. Kyle Toth, who has a couple of threes here in the opening 20 minutes, returns for Joe Calero. Darren Johnson, the 4th-year junior, will trigger in. Got to get it somewhere. Just in time into the hands of Parks on the right wing. And Parks will dribble near the midcourt stripe to reset the offense. 4:50 left to play in the opening half. Parks around a screen set by Dawson, tried to throw it back to Dawson. Donovan Fields with the steal. Fields to the cup, had it knocked away. Last touched by Fields. Went off of his knee, according to the official who made the call. And the Mustangs unable to take the lead on a transition layup attempt, courtesy of Donovan Fields, the sophomore. CSUN had the advantage there, going back on defense. 3-on-1 in favor of the Matadors.
Well, I don't know, though. If Donovan Fields is out in front of you, I'm not sure that's an advantage.
Out of contact, no whistle. Parks tried to bounce it in for Johnson, and the Mustangs touched it last, apparently. 3 of the 5 CSUN players were on their way back down the floor to play some defense.
Well, that tells you something. When 3 of the other team goes back on defense, it was probably off them.
15 on the timer. Inbound comes to Tavrion Dawson. Dribble handoff to Kendall Smith. Smith right back to Dawson. 1-on-1 with Gordon. And a traveling violation whistled against Tavrion Dawson of CSUN.
Yeah, great mental toughness there by Cal Poly. 2 calls in a row went against them, but they didn't hang their heads. They played great defense and got a turnover of their own.
Approaching the 4-minute mark here in the opening half. 25-24, the Matadors lead by 1. Ridge Shipley dribbling on the right wing. Swings over to Fields. He steps into a three. Halfway down and out. Rebound is corralled by Aaron Parks. Luke Meekle hit the floor hard that time. CSUN wants to push the pace. Parks coast to coast. Missed the layup. Rebound Ridge Shipley. Next whistle will take our final media time out of the opening half. Shipley coming back down the other way. Reverse layup is good.
Wow, little hesitation dribble there. Froze the defender. He got to his left hand under the basket. Very nice move.
Ridge goes coast to coast. And for the first time since it was 3-2, the Mustangs lead, 26-25. They absolutely weathered the storm, trailed by as many as 10. Smith misses the jumper from the right elbow, and Luke Meekle corrals the rebound. So now all of a sudden the Matadors have gone cold from the floor.
Yep. I think if Cal Poly scores here, I think CSUN might call a timeout.
3:10 left to play in the opening half. The Mustangs lead by 1, 26-25. Donovan Fields on the right wing, dribbling inside the free throw line, and
they got him for pushing off.
He pushed off 6th against the Mustangs. It'll be Matador basketball when we return. A back and forth opening half from inside the Mott Athletic Center. The Mustangs with a 26-25 lead over Cal State Northridge. 3:02 left to.
Next Level Flag Football, the safe way to teach kids the game of football. Open to boys and girls in grades K through 7.
It's safe, it's effective, got great leaders.
Sign up today at nextlevelflag.com.
(26-25), Cal Poly leads Cal State Northridge inside the Mott Athletic Center. The final week of the regular season. The Big West Conference tournament just 1 week away. The Mustangs at 5-9 in Big West Conference play this year. Cal State Northridge at 7-7. And boy, you take a look at the conference standings from top to bottom. Nothing final just yet. And well, in a year like this in the Big West Conference, you wouldn't expect it to be any other way heading into the final week of regular season play.
It's all bunched up, and honestly, it's pretty wide open. Everybody in this conference can beat everybody else. It's just a question of who executes, next week down in Anaheim.
Mustangs will head into the conference tournament anywhere from the 5 to 8 seed range. Smith up top, swings over to Darian Johnson on the wing. Johnson gives to Dawson, back to Johnson, now over to Smith, 10 to shoot. Johnson, shot fake from the wing, and is caught for traveling.
Well, the refs, they haven't called a lot tonight. I just, this year in general, that I've seen that call a lot. To me, that didn't look like a travel, but they called it a travel, so it is.
5th time that the Matadors have turned it over here in the opening 20 minutes, and the Mustangs have the basketball up by 1, 2.5 minutes left to play here in the opening half. Kyle Toth has it on the right wing with under 15 to shoot. Bounce pass over to Fields. Fields up top, back to Toth. Toth on the right wing, 5 to shoot. Toth steps back from the elbow and gets the friendly roll.
Boy, beautiful move there. He just jab stepped the defender to create just enough space to get that shot off. That was nice.
How about the 5th-year senior playing in his second to last game here inside Mott? Gets the friendly roll to put the Mustangs up by 3. Under 2 minutes left to play here in the opening half. Johnson in the corner for the tie, and he's got his second three-pointer here in the opening half.
He's got a nice-looking shot. You can't give him enough time there to get that off.
28 all, 1:40 left to play before the halftime intermission. And coming up at halftime, Zach Gordon checks in with the latest profile series, 5th-year senior, playing in his final week of regular season collegiate basketball. Under 10 to shoot. Kyle Toth up top. The Mustangs taking a lot of time on each and every one of their possessions. Meikle tried to fire the three. Parks got a piece of it, and it's a shot clock violation.
Yeah, good defense by CSUN there. A little bit of lack of awareness of the shot clock by Cal Poly.
And with a minute 16 left to play in the opening half, Reggie Theus will take the use it or lose it timeout. Reggie Theus, the fourth-year head coach, at 48 and 78 during his tenure at CSUN, 22 and 39 in Big West Conference action. Of course, had a 13-year NBA career, two-time All-Star. Began his coaching career under Rick Pitino at Louisville from 03 to 05. Got his first head coaching gig at New Mexico State in Las Cruces from 05 to 07. Then made the big leap to the NBA, where he was the head coach of the Sacramento Kings for a season from 07 to 08.
Yep, I was living in Sacramento at the time. I remember it well. He also played for the Kings.
That's right, during his 13-year NBA career. Then after a one-year stint as head coach of the Kings, stayed in the NBA, was an assistant under Kurt Rambis in Minnesota for the Timberwolves from 09 to 2011. Then went back down to the D League, which will be renamed the G League if you didn't know next year.
Right, the Gatorade, right?
Yeah, was the head coach of the LA Defenders from 2012 to 2013 before landing in the Valley at CSUN, and now in his fourth season. Out of the Theus timeout, all tied at 28, 70 seconds left to play in the opening half. Aaron Parks on the left wing swings over to Smith, who steps into a three, missed it off the front of the iron. Zach Gordon corrals the rebound, 60 seconds left to play in the opening half.
Cal Poly should get a 2-for-1 here. They should get 2 shot attempts to CSUN's 1.
Fields, bounce pass inside, Gordon jams it down with 2 hands. Fields with a beautiful bounce pass to a cutting fifth-year senior, and Gordon flushes it home.
And that pick and roll has been open all game. That's the first time Cal Poly's really taken advantage of it.
About a 15-second differential between shot clock and game clock. 30-28, the Mustangs lead by 2. Gordon's got 4 here in the opening 20 minutes. Aaron Parks on the right wing, 10 to shoot. Parks around a Dawson screen, swings over to Smith. Smith driving to the cup, Gordon with a block. Rich Shipley grabs the loose ball. Shot clock turned off, 15 seconds left to play as the senior from Carlton, Texas dribbles up top. 10 seconds left. 7 seconds left. Shipley still dribbling, now on the left wing. 4 seconds. Shipley one-on-one with Theus Jr. Bounce pass. Meikle, 3 at the horn, missed it, and that'll do it for the opening 20 minutes. The Mustangs will take a 30-28 lead into the locker room for halftime. Northridge got off to a hot start, led by as many as 10 in the opening half, but it's the Mustangs with a 2-point advantage here at home at the intermission.
And, you know, Cal Poly's done a really nice job about the last month and a half in what I call counterpunching. You know, earlier in the season, you remember the Cal game. Cal went on a huge run right before the half and pretty much put the game away. But Cal Poly has gotten much better at not panicking when the other team hits a few baskets. And then they've been smart enough, and they've gotten so much better at taking their time and getting good shots on offense to stop the other team's run. So I certainly expected CSUN to come out and play much better in the beginning, which they did. But Cal Poly took that first punch, and they've answered, and they have a 2-point lead here at halftime.
8 points for the fifth-year senior Kyle Toth to lead the Mustangs.
Moving can be a stressful experience. We get it, and we can help. With new trucks, professional staff, and free use of wardrobe boxes and custom picture and TV crates, ASAP Movers is here to rescue you from the stresses of moving. Call us today for a stress-free quote. ASAP Movers, taking the stress out of moving.
Well, not quite the 23-point lead the Mustangs had at halftime over Cal State Northridge the last time these two teams met up 15 days ago inside the Matadome. But considering the Matadors had as big as a 10-point lead in the opening 20 minutes, the Mustangs will certainly take a 30-28 lead into the locker room for halftime. Chris Sylvester, Alex Lambertson back here with you for halftime. Each and every halftime this season presented by Dignity Health, the official healthcare provider of Cal Poly Athletics. And before we dive into the opening half stats, earlier today I was able to catch up with fifth-year senior Zach Gordon to touch on his 5-year career playing under Joe Calero here at Cal Poly and what it's meant to be a Mustang over the last handful of seasons. Take a listen. Zach Gordon, one of 3 seniors that will be honored on Saturday night when the Mustangs host UC Santa Barbara in the regular season finale, right back here inside the Mott Athletic Center. Back to this one, 30-28, the Mustangs lead the Cal State Northridge Matadors. Chris Sylvester, Alex Lambertson here with you at halftime as we take a look at some of the numbers here in the opening 20 minutes. Kyle Toth led the way for the Mustangs with 8 points. For Cal State Northridge, both Kendall Smith and Darren Johnson, fourth-year juniors, with 8 points for CSUN. But hey, the Mustangs able to erase an early 10-point deficit and close the opening half on a 18-7 run.
Yeah, and I think, like we were saying before the break here, you know, I expected CSUN to come out and play with a lot more energy at the beginning of this game, which they did. They knocked down shots early. They were getting good shots early. Cal Poly missed some shots early. CSUN was playing good defense. But after Cal Poly weathered that initial storm, I think Cal Poly tightened up the defense a little bit, and CSUN started missing shots. And then on the offensive end, they were patient, and then Cal Poly started making shots. So, again, I think Cal Poly did a nice job there of weathering that early storm, of not panicking, of taking their time, and chipping away, and they really did chip away. It didn't all happen quickly, and here they are after 20 minutes, and they have the lead. So they've really sort of taken the spirit out of CSUN a little bit. It'll be interesting to see how the second half starts.
And if you follow Big West Conference basketball, perhaps the most impressive stat of the opening 20 minutes is that Cal State Northridge did not attempt a free throw.
Yeah, I was
and
noticing
Reggie
that.
Theus, obviously coming from the NBA way back in 07-08, was the head coach of the Sacramento Kings. He knows how to work college officials.
Well,
so,
no doubt.
And Northridge a couple of years ago, I believe, in the top 10 in the country as far as free throw attempts.
They were number one.
They were number one.
Number one
a couple
in the country.
seasons ago.
Absolutely.
So,
well, I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, you know, the few times, I mean, they were kind of taking mostly outside shots that first half, and the few times they ventured inside, Zach Gordon and Hank Hollingsworth blocked some shots. Cal Poly had 3 blocked shots in the first half. So the few times that CSUN ventured in the paint, Cal Poly neglected or rejected them. So CSUN's really kind of been living from the outside, which is why they haven't gotten any free throws. But let's give Cal Poly some credit, too. They really picked up their defense without fouling. CSUN never, I don't think they actually ever got in the penalty there, did they? No, Cal Poly only has, Cal Poly had 6 fouls. So neither team got in the penalty. It's been an outside shooting contest so far.
I expect the Matadors to get to the free throw line at least once in the second half of play.
I'll tell you what, if they don't, I'll go buy a hamburger after the game.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it from where?
Wherever you want.
Charlie's Place, one of our fantastic
Charlie's
sponsors.
Place. There you go. If CSUN doesn't shoot a free throw this game, I'll buy a hamburger at Charlie's Place.
Isn't Barb going to be mad that you're going to be a little late back to the house? No?
No.
All right. Scores from around the Big West Conference before we get to our final break here at halftime. Cal State Fullerton in their final home game, they lead UC Santa Barbara 33-26, and UC Davis, if with a win, would force a conference regular season championship game, if you will, Saturday at UC Irvine. They lead Hawaii 30-27 at the half. Coming on up next, second half of basketball from inside the Mott Athletic Center. The Mustangs with a 30-28 lead over Cal State Northridge here at the half. You've been listening to Mustangs Halftime from Learfield. Cal Poly has the basketball to begin the second half of play. A 30-28 lead for the Mustangs as we enter the second half of play from inside the Mott Athletic Center. Chris Sylvester and the former Mustang shooting guard Alex Lambertson here with you. Cal Poly and Cal State Northridge send out the 5 players that they both began tonight's contest with. The Mustangs in their home white uniforms with the green Cal Poly lettering across the front of the jerseys. CSUN with the black uniforms and the red CSUN across the front of the jerseys. Victor Joseph steps into a 3, misses it short. Rebound to Aaron Parks. Vic was just 1 for 1 from the field in the opening half.
Yeah,
CSUN did a nice job at containing him.
Yeah, for sure. You can tell they game planned to stop him, and he only got 1 shot off, which was the first shot of the game, by the way.
Aaron Parks in for Kendall Smith along the end line. He picked up his dribble, takes the tough turnaround too, missed it. Rebound, Ridge Shipley. Shipley's second rebound of the night. And the senior had 7 points, went 3 for 6 from the field in the opening 20 minutes as Mamadou Kaba Kamara, who had 2 fouls in the opening 20 minutes, commits his 3rd.
Now, CSUN's made a little adjustment here. They're starting to double team that high ball screen. A lot of teams have been doing that against Cal Poly, or trying to do it. Here it comes again.
Luke Meikle, good look at a corner 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound Kaba Kamara. A whistle and a foul against Hank Hollingsworth.
Yeah, and that was kind of a silly foul. Kaba Kamara had inside position. He had the ball, and Hank just swatted him across the arm. Just needs to get back on defense there.
No doubt that Kaba Kamara is a project for Reggie Theus and company for Cal State Northridge, but an opportunity to start this year as a true freshman, and not stuff that'll show up in the box score, but with his big body, he has a chance to alter some things on both sides of the floor.
Yeah, you can't coach 7 feet, right? I mean, 7 feet is 7 feet.
Johnson swings out for Dawson. Dawson over to Smith. Smith with 10 to shoot, gets around a Kaba Kamara screen. Bounce pass in for Kaba Kamara, instead taken by Johnson, and Johnson lays it in with the left hand to tie the score at 30. 18-20 left to play in the second half. Victor Joseph controls up top. One-on-one with Johnson. Swings over to Meikle on the left wing. Meikle back to Fields. Over to Shipley. Shipley around a Hollingsworth screen. Kicks to the corner. Donovan Fields for 3. Off the side of the iron, the Mustangs have opened up 0 for 2 from beyond the arc here in the second half, but the offensive rebound grabbed by Hollingsworth, and Hollingsworth is fouled by Darren Johnson.
Well, you know, Hank's really having a nice game. He made a great screen there, and Rich Shipley came off that screen and had a clear path all the way to the basket. There was a big guy waiting for him, so he kicked the ball out to Donovan Fields. But that was a nice screen by Hollingsworth. Stayed with the play, got the offensive rebound.
Aaron Parks, 1 minute and 58 seconds into the second half, checks out. Michael Warren, the junior, in there for Reggie Theus. Shipley inbounding for Meikle. It was last touched by CSUN, so Ridge will trot on over to the Mustang bench and trigger in again. Inbound comes to Donovan Fields. All tied at 30. 17:50 left to play. Shipley working inside, goes up and scores off the glass.
There's another guy who's really had a tremendous year this year. Rich Shipley has really played well the last 2 months.
Ridge has a team high 9 points. Dawson steps into a 3. Halfway down and out. Rebound grabbed.
Call a foul on
by the Mustangs, but a foul whistled against CSUN.
Kaba Kamara.
So the Mustangs, plus the foul, get the basketball back. 4th against Kaba Kamara.
Wow.
Dylan Johns, the transfer from Texas A&M. 6'11", 240 from England, checks in. Luke Meikle along the end line, steps back for 2, halfway down and out, and Johns, who just checked in, grabs the rebound for CSUN.
Boy, that really was halfway down.
Kendall Smith working inside, knocks over Fields, no whistle, to a cutting Dawson, and Dawson floats it up and in.
Well, that sure looked like an offensive foul.
If that wasn't an offensive foul, I'm not sure what is.
I agree.
Well, it's March. Wacky things tend to happen in college basketball during this month. All tied at 32, 16:50 left to play. Donovan Fields in the corner, bumped by Warren. That'll be the 4th foul against CSUN.
Well, that's good news for Cal
3
Poly.
minutes and 15 seconds into the second half.
Donovan said, man, you ran me over on the other end of the court and didn't get a foul. And that was kind of a ticky-tack call. I think it was a foul. He kind of bodied him, but it's like, man, I got hit way harder at the other end of the floor and got nothing.
Aaron Parks, the senior from Baltimore, Maryland, returns, replacing Michael Warren.
Cal Poly should
Inbound
go inside.
comes to Hollingsworth. Dribble handoff to Shipley. Shipley trying to go back inside for Hank. It was tapped out of bounds by CSUN, and the Mustangs will keep it with 25 to shoot and 16:40 left to play in the game.
Yeah, I was going to say they should continue to try and attack the basket here and get some more fouls on CSUN.
Shipley will trigger in from the end line. Gets it to Meikle. Meikle right back to Shipley in the corner. Shipley dribbles to the left wing. Bounce pass to Meikle. Picked up his dribble in the corner. Right back to Shipley. 15 to shoot. Shipley throws it out for Joseph, and it's going to be an over and back violation as he threw it into the backcourt. Joseph retrieved it, and CSUN gets the basketball back.
It's Cal Poly's 8th turnover, I believe, which is a little high for them here with 16 minutes in the second half.
How about Ridge rocking the stash tonight? Says he'll shave it for senior night on Saturday.
Okay, is that a stash?
I think so. I don't know what else you'd call it.
Yeah.
Ridge with the steal now. Bad pass made by Smith to a cutting Meikle. Missed the right-hand layup.
Wow, great pass and pretty good defense there by CSUN.
Yeah, Tavrion Dawson altered the shot. Johnson underneath, fouled on the way up.
You know, Chris, Hank's done a nice job of protecting the rim, but you know he's a young guy, and he's just when he gets fouls, it's mostly because he gets to the spot about a half a second late, and as his career develops here at Cal Poly, he's going to start to get to those spots a little quicker, and he's going to block those shots.
Darren Johnson at the foul line, missed the first free throw. 80% foul shooter coming into tonight's contest, and well, we're not going out for a burger after this one, partner. Remember at halftime you told me
I know.
If CSUN went the entire game without attempting a free throw.
No, I said it without making one.
Without making one?
Sure.
Okay,
you're
we'll
still
change
in the
it
game.
up.
Still in the game.
And what do you know? Johnson makes the second free throw. No.
Really went out on a limb there.
Matadors have their first lead of the second half. CSUN shows the full court pressure that was very successful against the Mustangs.
I'm surprised they didn't do it earlier, yeah.
Shipley up top, dribbles inside, kicks it out. Meikle for 3, got it.
Well, that was in rhythm, that looked great, and that is his shot.
Luke Meikle knocks down the tray, and the Mustangs lead by 2. Next whistle will take our first timeout of the second half. 35-33 Mustangs. Dawson out to Parks, baseline jumper, ties the game at 35.
No press.
Shipley into the front court, over to Toth, shot fake from 3, drives along the end line, nearly stepped out of bounds. Swings to Meikle up top, over to Joseph on the left wing. Joseph with 15 to shoot, back to Shipley, one-on-one with Parks. Shipley around a green set by Gordon. A lot of contact, no whistle, picked up his dribble inside the free throw line, swings it out to Meikle, right back into the hands of Shipley. 5 to shoot, one-on-one with Parks. Shipley to the corner. Meikle got to get a shot off, fading away. Missed the shot. Offensive rebound, Gordon, but he couldn't control it. And CSUN will get the basketball back when we return. All tied at 35, 14:58 left to play. Trevor John will check in after the timeout. You're listening to Mustangs basketball from Learfield. 35-35 our score. Cal Poly and Cal State Northridge. 14:58 left to play inside the Mott Athletic Center. Chris Sylvester and the former Mustang shooting guard Alex Lambertson here with you. The final week of the regular season around college basketball. In fact, a few conferences at the Division I level have already began their conference tournaments this week. WCC gets theirs started tomorrow. The Big South has their conference tournament ongoing. Big West Conference tournament will begin in a week from today at the Honda Center in Anaheim. CSUN basketball out of the timeout. Smith works his way inside, missed the right-hand shot, but Dylan Johns right there to clean up the mess. He tips it back up and in for his first points of the night.
Yeah, Zach Gordon contested the shot and wasn't there for the...
Shipley looking for the response, is fouled hard on the way up.
Well, he ran into the basketball stanchion there. Hopefully he's okay. I think he's fine, but he did hit it hard.
Ridge a little slow to get up. Dylan Johns, who just tipped it up and in on the other end, committed the foul. Shipley comes to his feet. Tries to walk it off.
You know, Chris, CSUN pressed once, and Cal Poly came down and hit a three, and Reggie Theus took the press right back off. So not sure if we'll see that again, or it's certainly not right away.
Shipley, a 63% foul shooter, misses the first one off the back of the iron. 8th in school history in assists coming into tonight's game with 278. Tied a season high with 8 in the overtime win against UC Riverside this past Saturday. Ridge goes 1 of 2 from the charity stripe as he knocks down the second. Donovan Fields re-enters for the Mustangs. Fields, Toth, Mishler, and John on the floor. Smith tried to dunk it over Zach Gordon, missed it, but was fouled.
Well, you know what?
A couple free throws.
Yeah, and that was a great play by Zach Gordon because Smith blew by Donovan Fields, and none of the everybody else on the Cal Poly team had their back turned, and he was going to go hammer a dunk there. And Zach Gordon came from the weak side and got up there and blocked it and fouled him. But that was an excellent foul.
Kendall Smith, a 77% foul shooter on the year, knocks down the first one. Began his career at UNLV with the Runnin' Rebels. Transferred to CSUN 2 years ago. Was eligible at the halfway point of last season as he misses the second free throw. Offensive rebound for Aaron Parks. Parks has it taken away by Donovan Fields in the corner. Boy, Fields went over there and just ripped it away. 38-36, CSUN by 2, 14-10 left to play.
Oh boy, Zach Gordon was wide open, and Kyle Toth missed him.
Gordon comes out to set the screen for Fields as the Mustangs work it around the arc. 10 to shoot. Fields up top to Toth on the right wing. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Around to Gordon's screen. Toth swings over to Mishler. He steps into a three, misses it off the side of the iron. And Kendall Smith grabs another rebound. Up ahead to Parks. Parks draws a bump, goes up with the right hand, missed the shot. Rebound right back to Parks. Fresh 30 for CSUN. Parks goes back inside, gives to Johns. Johns back to Parks, up with the right hand. Floater, he missed it. Rebound, Zach Gordon.
Boy, Zach Gordon, man, he's protecting that entire paint area.
Few opportunities there for CSUN, but they couldn't cash in. Donovan Fields driving along the baseline, draws the double team, bounce pass in for Gordon, throws it up with the right hand, fouled by Tavrion Dawson, and the fifth-year senior from Linwood, Washington will shoot a couple from the charity stripe.
Yeah, you know, Zach wanted to actually gather and go up for a dunk there, but the referee had already blown the whistle, so he just chucked the ball up at the hoop. That was a smart play. He got 2 free throws out of it. It's a pretty competitive game here. It's what I expected, but both teams are playing hard here. It's been a little ugly in terms of field goal percentage here in the second half, but both teams are playing pretty good defense.
Two teams trying to get it together and play their best basketball before the conference tournament, which will get underway in a week from today. Gordon at 67% on the year from the foul line, knocks down the first of 2. Alex Abrams, who did not play in the opening half, third-year sophomore from Newberry Park, 6'8", 265, checks in for the Mustangs.
So Cal Poly's got their 2 best rebounders in there now, kind of shore up the inside, I think, defensively.
Gordon's second free throw, missed it short. Rebound, Dylan Johns. That was the 6th against Northridge, so the next one would put the Mustangs in the bonus for the rest of the night. Still over 13 minutes left to play here in the second half. Dawson draws a bump, blocking foul whistled against Zach Gordon. Fourth against the Mustangs here in the second half of play.
That's Zach
Foul
Gordon's
on the
first
floor.
foul. Can you believe that? I mean, as active as he is and as physical he is in there, I was thinking maybe that was his third. That's his first foul.
Luke Meikle checks in for Cal Poly, replacing Gordon. About 5 points tonight for the fifth-year senior, and a big impact on the defensive end. A couple of blocks. Aaron Parks drives inside. Luke Meikle takes it away. Northridge by one. Mustangs can take the lead with a bucket. Fields coming down the floor. Up strong with the right hand. Lays it in.
Off the wrong foot, going away from the basket with two big guys on him, and somehow he got that to go.
The sophomore has 4 points. Donovan Fields continues to impress in the painted areas. Smith working on Fields. Turnaround jumper, missed it short. Rebound, Victor Joseph. The Mustangs with a 1 point lead, 39-38. 12:20 left to play. Victor Joseph on the left wing, 20 to shoot. Around a high screen set by Abrams. Now Luke Meikle with 15 on the timer. Terminates his dribble on the right wing. Swings over to Victor Joseph. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Joseph one-on-one with Parks. Pulls up from the elbow. Missed the jumper short. Rebound into the hands of the senior Aaron Parks.
Yeah, it's a good look.
Next whistle will take a timeout. Under 12 minutes left to play. Aaron Parks will slow down the tempo. 15 to shoot. Darren Johnson gives to Smith. Smith pulls up for three. Missed it short. Rebound, Donovan Fields.
Oh, boy.
Mustangs have numbers coming back the other way. Fields, left-hand layup, missed it. But he'll shoot 2 free throws when we return. That was the 7th against CSUN. Mustangs are playing bonus basketball for the rest of the night. 39-38. Cal Poly leads Cal State Northridge. 11:36 left to play. You're listening to Mustangs basketball from
Across the Central Coast, the people of Dignity Health share a belief. From Marion Regional Medical Center to French Hospital Medical Center and Arroyo Grande Community Hospital. We believe medicine can cure, but human kindness heals. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
both teams shooting under 40% here in the second half of play. The Mustangs clinging on to a 1 point lead, 39-38 over Cal State Northridge. 11:36 left to play. Chris Sylvester, Alex Lambertson here with you. The Mustangs with a 3 rebound advantage on the glass tonight. That advantage was 8 at the half, but CSUN has done a nice job at crashing the glass here in the opening almost 9 minutes of play in the second half.
I think CSUN's a little tired. They don't play a ton of guys, and on that last play, Donovan Fields had the ball at the at CSUN's top of the key, and he beat the first guy off the dribble, and he just outraced everybody down the court. He was at the basket, and CSUN had 5 guys in the backcourt. Reggie Theus couldn't be happy about that, but I think they're tired.
Fields an excellent free throw shooter as a pair out of the timeout, 85%. He knocks both down. So the Mustangs have their largest lead of the night, 41-38 over Cal State Northridge. 11:20 left to play. Aaron Johnson driving inside, kicks it out. Jerron Wilbut, the junior who just checked in for Reggie Theus, in for Dawson, back out to Wilbut. Wilbut had 4 points in the opening 20 minutes. Johnson around his screen, fires from 3, missed it off the side of the iron, and Luke Meikle grabs another rebound, his 3rd of the night.
Good defense by Cal Poly.
Fields around a high screen set by Alex Abrams, still dribbling, pulls up from the wing and knocks down the 2.
Wow, tough shot right over a hand. See if Cal Poly can put together a little run here.
Fields has 8. And the Mustangs lead by 5, 43-38. Dawson, shot fake from 3, drives inside, whistle, and a foul on the way up.
On Luke Meikle. You know, that's too bad because Alex Abrams was coming over to help. He actually blocked the shot. Post him up.
Alex Abrams takes a seat. Zach Gordon back in there for the Mustangs. Fresh 30 for CSUN. Inbound comes to Tavrion Dawson. Now Michael Warren on the left wing with the Mustangs leading by 6. 9:25 left to play. Warren over to Theus Jr., who just checked in. Draws contact, goes up strong with the right hand, and gets it to go. Mustangs want to push the pace coming back the other way down the floor. Rich Shipley slows things down, then goes back inside to Gordon, who mashes it down with 2 hands.
And again, that's that pick and roll again. That's been open all night, and that's the second time that Shipley has found Gordon.
Second flush of the night for the fifth-year senior, and the Mustangs lead by 6 again. Warren up top, swings over to Theus Jr. Not a threat from the perimeter. He'll give over to Darren Johnson. Johnson back to Theus. Theus sinks the 2 from the end line. 4 straight points by the head coach's son, Reggie Theus Jr., the former South Carolina Gamecock. 4th-year junior, went to Fairfax High School in Los Angeles. Victor Joseph on the right wing, under 15 to shoot. Bounce pass to Meikle along the baseline. Back out for Joseph, now over to Shipley. Under 10 to shoot. Shipley one-on-one with Wilbut. Waited for the screen from Gordon, it never came. Still dribbling to the corner field. Shot fake from 3, has to heave up the long 2, and he knocks it down.
Wow, tough shot. The crowd's into the game now.
Cal Poly by 6 again, 50-44. 8 minutes left to play. Next whistle will take a timeout. Michael Warren. Bounce pass to Theus Jr. Now Dawson driving inside, knocks over Gordon. Blocking foul against the 5th-year senior.
Ooh, referee staring him down, thinking about giving him a technical.
Well, nonetheless, 2 free throws for Tavrion Dawson. When we return, both teams in the bonus. 7:52 left to play, 50.
Hi, I'm Laura. Ask me about my Honda. When you buy a car on your own, it's kind of an adult achievement.
Get Laura's story and an epic deal on the new Civic at your Central Coast Honda dealer's Facebook page.
7 minutes, 52 seconds left to play from inside the Mott Athletic Center. The Cal Poly Mustangs with a 50-44 lead over Cal State Northridge. As we continue the second half of play, we would like to thank some of our supporting partners: More Office Solutions, Pismo Beach Outlets, Movement for Life, Charlie's Place located in Foothill Square, and Cal Portland. How about Charlie's Place, where we won't be getting a burger after tonight's contest, because Cal State Northridge has gotten it together and shot some free throws and made some free throws.
You knew they were going to attack the basket the second half. There's no way you can go through a whole game without getting a free throw.
Davrion Dawson shooting a couple free throws out of the timeout. Now 3 for 3 from the charity stripe as he sinks the first one. Second free throw from Dawson to pull CSUN within 4, and he can't get it. Missed it short. Rebound to Ridge Shipley. Up the floor to Donovan Fields. Fields slows the tempo as he dribbles on the right wing, swings over to Shipley. Mustangs working around the arc. Joseph drives inside, reverse layup, and a foul against Cal State Northridge, Michael Warren.
I'm not sure that was a foul. That looked like pretty good defense there, but you know, honestly, I think this has been one of the better officiated games we've seen this year. Very little complaining by either coach. The referees have done a nice job, I think, tonight.
Victor Joseph 1 for 2 from the charity stripe tonight, 81% coming in. Knocks down the first of 2. An underrated area of Cal Poly's basketball team that's really improved as the year's gone along has been the free throw shooting.
Well, and you know, it's getting the right guys to the free throw line. A few years ago when Northridge was the #1 free throw shooting team in the country, I forget the player's name, I think it was Green or something. He was shooting like 93% from the line, and he shot a ton.
Stephen Hicks too.
Yeah, and he shot a ton of free throws, so it's about getting the right guys to the free throw line.
Joseph goes 2 for 2 at the line. Warren coming back the other way, and Gordon pins it against the backboard. Another block for the fifth-year senior. Loose ball into the hands of Joseph. He goes up with the right hand, missed the shot, saves it back in bounds to Hollingsworth, who can't corral it. Loose ball picked up by Dawson. CSUN has numbers coming back the other way. Offensive foul whistled against Jerron Wilbert. He ran over Donovan Fields.
Wow, two great defensive sequences in a row by Cal Poly with a Gordon block and a Fields charge. Cal Poly here, if they can knock down a shot here, if it's a 3, it'd be a 10-point game. They can get a little breathing room here.
52-45, the Mustangs have a 7-point lead with 7 minutes left to play.
Yeah, big possession here.
Fields dribbling up top, swings over to Joseph on the left wing. Under 20 to shoot, back into the hands of Fields. Fields bounce pass in for Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth up with the left hand, halfway down and out with the hook shot. Good looking move from Hollingsworth.
Nice.
It just couldn't fall.
Yep.
Jerron Wilbert on the left wing, swings back to Theus Jr. He's already knocked down one mid-range jumper here in the second half. Passes on that one. Johnson, tough shot in the lane, missed it off the back of the iron. And Ridge Shipley corrals another rebound.
Yeah, and Cal Poly's going to slow it down a little bit here, use a little bit of clock. Still want to be aggressive, though, a lot of time.
7-point lead for the Stangs, 6:20 left to play. Shipley dribbles over to the right wing, under 15 to shoot, lobs it in for Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth takes a dribble, goes up with the right hand, missed the shot, offensive rebound. Gordon has it knocked away. Loose ball picked up by Theus Jr. CSUN with numbers. Donovan Fields with another steal. Pick the pocket of Jerron Wilbert. Oh, what a move. Right hand layup is good.
Wow, that's the play of the game right there. He did a little inside-out dribble and totally faked out the Northridge player.
Reggie Theus needs timeout with 5:55 left to play. The Mustangs have opened up their largest lead of the night, 54-45. Donovan Fields. Oh,
that was one of the plays of the year right there, Chris. I mean, that little fake
was filthy.
Yeah, that was nasty. You're right. He looked for all the world like he was going to pass that ball. He did a little inside-out dribble, kept it, and got an uncontested layup.
He is such a talented ball handler, such a talented finisher. Full timeout of the floor will step aside as well. Mustangs by 9, 5:55 left to play. It's Mustangs basketball from Learfield. Can't say enough about the junior college transfers for Joe Calero. Both Victor Joseph and Donovan Fields have arguably been the Mustangs' two best players in Big West play. And, well, Donovan Fields continues to make highlight reel plays, whether it be on the fast break or around the painted area.
Yeah,
the Mustangs lead by 9, under 6 minutes left to play. Northridge basketball out of the timeout.
Yeah, big momentum swing there because it looked like Northridge was going to get a layup, and Cal Poly ended up getting a layup.
Tavrion Dawson, a shot fake from 3, now steps back, barely nicked the side of the iron. Rebound Fields. Fields high steps into the front court, lobs for Hollingsworth, who jams it down with 2 hands.
Donovan Fields.
Baby! Fields to Hollingsworth. The Mustangs lead by 11. Offensive foul on the other end. Kendall Smith knocked over Donovan Fields.
Donovan Fields has taken over this game. That's three highlight reel plays in a row. Unbelievable.
Oh my, Donovan Fields is creating a season-long highlight reel here in the second half.
That was all in about 20 seconds.
If that. Mustangs by 11. 5:20 left to play.
Now Cal Poly can take their time here, get a good shot.
Shipley swings over to Victor Joseph on the right wing. We haven't seen that type of excitement in this building in a long, long time. Fields, baseline 2, missed it short. Offensive rebound, Gordon. Loose ball grabbed by Tavrion Dawson. Dawson to a knee, swings to Warren, into the front court, Johnson. To the corner, Smith. Smith gets trapped in the air, swings in for Johnson. Johnson goes up and is fouled by Fields. He'll shoot a couple free throws.
But that was a good foul there because they had the mouse in the house there. Donovan Fields was under the basket against a much bigger player. That was a good foul.
For those of you watching on Big West TV, you just got a second look at Fields' lob to Hollingsworth, who smashed it down with 2 hands. The Mustangs' 3rd dunk of the night. That's got to be a season high.
Yeah, you know, and I'm telling you, Chris, I think CSUN's a little tired here. They're not getting back on defense quick enough, and Donovan Fields just put it in overdrive, and Cal Poly's beating him down the floor the last few times.
Darren Johnson, the 4th-year junior, at the free throw line, knocked down the first one. One more for the former Washington Husky. Johnson knocks down the second. The Mustang lead is 9.
CSUN's going to try and press here.
Left to play. Shipley into the front court. Trapped near the mid-court stripe. Joe Calero wanted to call a timeout. Wise decision that he didn't.
I think he wanted to. I don't. The referees didn't give it to him.
Or luckily, rather.
Yeah.
They didn't hear Joe Calero. Joseph knocks down the mid-range jumper. Theus Jr. on the other end misses the mid-range jumper. Offensive rebound, Dawson. He missed the putback, but he's fouled by Gordon.
Yeah, that was unfortunate because that should be a goaltend there because Zach Gordon came up through the bottom of the basket. Yeah.
Now, just a couple of moments ago.
They're calling an and one here.
Goaltend whistled against Zach Gordon in addition to the foul.
Yeah, that was a bad call. The goaltend for sure. That should be a basket, but I certainly didn't see a foul.
I don't know if you caught this, but a few minutes ago, the Mustangs were shouting at whoever's running the scoreboard that the Mustangs should be up by a couple more points. I think it's right.
I did catch that, but I honestly, everything happened so fast there, I'm not really sure what the score is supposed to be.
This second half has been played at a helter-skelter pace. Dawson completes the three-point play. More full-court pressure. Wide open corner 3. Meikle missed it. Rebound, Tavrion Dawson.
Yeah, that's one of those shots where, it goes in, it's a great shot. If it doesn't go in, you wonder if maybe you shouldn't have taken more time.
Michael Warren steps into a 3. Missed it. Rebound, Luke Meikle, and Meikle's fouled. The Mustangs are already in the double bonus, so with 4:03 left to play, Cal Poly will walk down to the other end of the floor, and Luke Meikle will shoot 2 free throws.
It's the time of the game where you got to make them all. Got to figure Cal Poly is going to be shooting a lot of free throws here the last 4 minutes, so they need to make as many as they can.
Cal Poly tonight as a team, 6 of 10 from the charity stripe. Meikle just a 59% foul shooter. Knocks down the first of 2. Shot 77% from the foul line last year. And it's been apparent throughout the year that Meikle hasn't had the same success as he had a season ago with the jump shot, but it's starting to all come together at the right time.
It is, and he's got too good of a shot to be a 59% free throw shooter, I'll tell you that.
Second free throw is good as well. The Mustangs lead by 11. Next whistle will take a timeout, our final media timeout of regulation. Aaron Parks on the right wing. Under 4 minutes left to play. The Mustangs nearly get another steal. Victor Joseph got his hand on it. Out of bounds, last touched by Cal Poly. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 3:53 on the game clock. Northridge basketball. When we return, the Mustangs with a 10-point lead at home, looking to win their 3rd straight and 6th in conference play. The finish is next. This is Mustangs basketball from Learfield. Now we'll see if the Mustangs can finish on the verge of their 3rd straight conference win. It'll be their 2nd 3-game winning streak of the season, dating back to November of 2016 when the Mustangs won 2 games here at home against non-Division I opponents, then went on the road for the opener of the NIU Thanksgiving Classic and beat the host Northern Illinois Huskies. 60-50 the Mustangs lead. Northridge basketball out of the timeout. Kendall Smith drives inside, missed the floater, gets his own rebound, and is fouled on the way back up.
Right, and what it's going to take here for Cal Poly is 3 things. Defense, rebounding, and then free throw shooting. If Cal Poly can really play good defense and get the rebound and then knock down their free throws, they're going to win this game.
Kendall Smith, 1 for 2 at the charity stripe tonight. Knocks down the first one. And we saw it more so in the first matchup 15 days ago, but CSUN, a lot of length when they throw the full court pressure at the Mustangs, and they'll set it up as Smith goes 2 for 2 from the charity stripe, but Cal Poly gets across the timeline fairly easily.
The problem with Cal Poly in terms of trying to press them is Cal Poly has 3 really good guards that can all handle the ball and they can all shoot free throws. So I'm sure they're saying, hey, bring on the press. We're fine.
An 8-point lead for the Mustangs with 3.5 minutes left to play. Victor Joseph up top, rolls to the cup. Oh, my, the up and under gets it to go. 62-52. What a second half for these Stangs. Smith on the other end, floater, missed it. Rebound, Zach Gordon.
They should take some time here.
Victor Joseph, one-on-one with Warren to the tin, missed the right-hand layup. And Joe Calero's not happy about that.
Yeah, that was a bad shot. He needed to take some time off the clock.
Warren going coast to coast, kicks to the corner. Smith wide open for 3, and he buries it.
And that always seems to happen. You miss a layup on one end, the other team hits a 3.
Yeah, 5-point swing.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
And CSUN comes away with the steal on the full court pressure. Reggie Theus Jr. got it. Michael Warren driving inside. In for Parks. Parks nearly lost it. 20 to shoot. Parks to the floor. Traveling violation.
Yeah, Cal Poly needs to slow down a little bit here. They're trying to go a little too fast on offense.
A golden opportunity there for CSUN. Got the steal after throwing the full court pressure at the Mustangs, but unable to turn the turnover into points. 2:41